All right, so welcome, Miss Desiree from Her Garden. She's one of my herbalists that I met years ago. First ones I met her years ago, and she's a lovely lady. So here we go.
Hello, everybody. My name is Desiree, and I own a business called Her Garden. I focus on yoni healthcare, education, womb health, and I do that through herbs. So I won't be long. How I got into this journey was 5 years ago. I had a lot of health issues, and I was seeing the doctors, I just kept seeing the doctor, and I just had to, there had to be something else, something more, something that I could cleanse myself, and I never felt cleansed from inside out. I did have an IUD in, and it was the worst experience, but I went to see a friend, and she had told me about yoni steaming, and I was just kind of like, oh, who steams their, we'll call it garden, because it was like, oh, that's weird. But then I did a lot more research into it, and a lot of people were doing it. It was just getting started, but I couldn't find anyone down here that was doing it. So this is what started my herbal journey. So I started researching herbs, and I was like, well, I can just do it myself. So I started researching for weeks and months on different herbs that help women and how I could flush from the inside out. And I got a pot, boiled some herbs, and I sat over the steam, and when I got off, I felt so much better because I just felt clean. And it was the first time I've ever felt like, oh, this I feel something. So 5 years ago, I found some herbs, sat over some water, felt it, and then my husband started noticing the differences too. It made our love life, we'll call it, a lot interesting. So it just helped me all around. And then he was like, there has to be other women that are going through stuff that you're going through. Why not try starting a little business? I was a little nervous because who talks about vaginal health care and who freely talks about it because it's such a taboo topic. No one ever wants to talk about yeast infection, BV, all these things that people are going through, but a lot of us women go through it and we don't really have that area that we can just speak freely without being judged. And that was the biggest thing of, if someone says, oh, I have a yeast infection, it's automatically, oh, her vagina is dirty. It's just that stigma behind it, but it's not. It could be anything that's causing your stuff to go off balance. So I then started Her Garden, and from there, I've just been thriving from there, helping a lot of women. I've helped women who have infertility issues, odor issues, BV, yeast infections, a lot of those issues, and to this day, people still come up to me and it's like, oh my gosh, thank you for helping me have my baby. And I was like, oh, okay, no problem. But that's just how my little journey helped. I love the power of herbs because the power of herbs can definitely help heal, and I'm not against modern medicine. There's a lot of women that have BV will take the pills and then they'll come to me after just to kind of flush everything out after. But herbs just heal, and that's what I believe in. Is there any questions so far? Cool. I know it's such a taboo topic, no one wants to talk about it, but it's fine, it's okay. I think that we should be talking about this a lot more often, which is why I like to go to different shows and speak as much as I can, because education is key, and the more that we know about how the herbs help us heal inside, the more that we can use it. When women come to me, I definitely look into what their issues are, and I find herbs that will help each woman versus having just packets for whatever issue, like tightening, which herbs do help with all of those things. But I like to make sure each woman that I see, if they're getting their problem solved. And of course, alongside herbs comes your lifestyle. You do have to exercise, eat less sugar, less drinking, especially if you're, let's say, trying to get pregnant, which I've had a lot of women come to me to try and get pregnant, and it has worked. But I do also tell women that your lifestyle is very important when you're trying to heal your womb, because like our beautiful lady back there stated, sugars are not good for you and they're not good for your womb either. Natural fruits, herbs, I tell women that you need to exercise because you need to flush out. And if you're going to flush out inside, you have to go full throttle on it.
Yep.
Inside out?
Inside and out. Yeah, that's what I have for herbal healing through the womb. If anyone has any, yeah.
Is there like a secret herb that's like sort of like the catch-all that helps with sort of everything, you know?
There's a few of them. Like I like to use mugwort and motherwort and things like that have so many different herbs to it. And I know Monique back there we do kind of along the same thing, so she could also vouch that, you know, there is a lot of herbs that can help. A lot of the herbs that I like to use are motherwort, mugwort, marigold. I like rose petals, rosemary, basil. Like there's so many things that can help for each issue. When women are getting pregnant, I like to use like wormwood, dogwood. Like I just like to flush.
Exactly what I use.
Yeah, it's just it smells strong, but they work. And the longer that you do it, the better that it gets. Yeah.
In a steamed package.
So yes, so if like you can see how the steam packets look like that, and I'll boil the herbs, put them in a pot. The woman will sit over the herbs, and with a blanket, skirt, whatever they feel more comfortable with, the steam will help open up the pores that will help the medicinal benefits of the herbs get in and start working faster, and that's how it begins.
Is it helpful to have teas of those things?
You can take tea.
Like in,
You don't have to take a tea at the same time, but there are teas that you can take that way as well. I just like steaming because I feel like it just gets to the point. Basically. It gets straight to it. Some women feel uncomfortable at first, do it, but I promise you it gets better. You can do it in the comfort of your own home. I do it from my house. I have a little setup. But the more you do it, the more you'll feel better. And as soon as you get up, like I've seen women who have odor issues and they've gotten up and the odor was gone right away because the power of the herbs.
Yeah, what's the frequency of use?
Sorry?
Frequency.
It depends on what your issue is. Let's say if you're trying to get pregnant, I would say 3 months. I would say try not to have sex during the 3 months, which I know is hard for some, but the more that you wait, the better your chances are. For odor issues, I would say right away. If people have menstrual issues, I would say about a month or 2. It depends on the woman and how it affects your body as well, because every woman's different.
This lady had a question.
You had it up?
Oh, I was gonna ask so often, but I think that was what she.
Any research associated with helping menopausal issues?
Yeah, I do have older women that do have menopause issues, and they have come to me. It'll help with their hot flashes. Yeah, it helps with a lot of things. So I kind of have crowds of each because there's so many issues with the women. So, but I do have menopause ladies that come to me, and when they don't come, they'll call me like, okay, the hot flashes are back. I need to come back. So, yeah. Yeah.
And is there like an age to start that type of stuff? I find that some of the youth are having like menstrual issues now.
Yeah.
So that like what's the age range they could start doing that stuff for themselves as well.
Yeah, so the youngest that I will take is 16, but you can start, they're natural herbs, you can start it at any age. But the youngest I will take to come to me is 16, but I'm sure people have bought it for their children as well. It's just natural herbs and water, so you're not really putting anything inside your body, nothing ever goes and touches your skin, it's just natural herbs and water and steam.
And you find it improves their menstrual cycle?
Yeah. So I've had women that will have a lot of menstrual pain, so they'll reduce that. Sometimes it will decrease your cycle from longer to shorter. So yeah. Any other questions? Yeah.
Like fibroids is something that's common in mostly certain communities, right? And so do you have herbs or something that can decrease the size of a fibroid
Yeah,
or something
so-
like that? I don't know.
No, yeah, that's a thing. I have met women that have steamed before me that have gotten their fibroids from the size to an orange to the size of a nickel. It does hurt at first because it's really trying to attack the fibroid. So I say that will be your longest frequency of having to steam. But it does help, and there are herbs that will help fibroids, endometriosis, all those things.
So question,
Yeah.
does steaming steaming, does it make you more horny?
Yes. It can make you more lubricated. It could make the sensation a lot.
Yeah, that happens to me, and being a herbalist, I think that's why some of them.
It's a thing.
Oh my God, they can't keep up.
It does help. And I've had men send their women back. I'm like, okay, do it again. I want that back. Okay, I'm sending her back. So yes, it does help with sexual.
Yeah, because it's traditional too.
Yeah. You just gotta use the right herbs and know what herbs to use.
Listen to those.
No, because sometimes it's just like, okay, whoa, like let me breathe for a second. But yeah, it does, and it starts working right away, so you'll start noticing those feelings right away. Yeah. Is there anybody else that has a question? Yeah.
So when you steam, is it like a short-term result, or can, like, when you start doing it, that's how it will be?
I think it all depends on your issue. So I've had women that have came to me 1 or 2 times, it's fixed their issues and I haven't seen them again. And I have people that do come monthly, for instance, menstrual issues. And I think that falls back again on lifestyle as well, because steaming is not the end all be all. It can't solve every issue. It can just help assist with the issue. So I do have ladies that come every single month to help with their menstrual, and they took breaks in between and noticed that, hey, it's coming back again. So they came back again. So I think it all just depends on the issue that you're having. Yeah.
So if you're doing the steaming, how long do you sit there for? Or
40 to 60 minutes. You can sit there for as long as you want, but I would say the minimum 40 to 60 minutes, just so that.
but is there a special equipment that you use for the steam? Like, when's it be getting cold?
It can. Sometimes people will top up water in between there. There are special seeds that do control warmness as well, but I just like to use natural.
Okay.
Natural. Any other questions?
Do you have any videos of what that might look like?
Which part of that? Which part of that?
No, just so that, I guess you can look it up. You can always
Yeah, you
look
can
it
go
up.
on my page and I do have videos and I can show you pictures before when I'm done and I can show you how it looks when you want So you can follow me at HerGardenXOXO on Instagram, and I do post reviews, things like that. It is in the middle of a rebrand, but yeah, you'll see. But I'll show you guys a picture and stuff of how it looks. Guess that's it for me, guys.